The 15 most terrifying types of sharks in the world. Part 2.
If you are brand new to our channel, we invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Just click on the lit red button as well as the gray bell. Why the bell? Well, it will let you know every time we post a new video.
9. Great white shark. Traditionally the most terrifying shark of all time, we've been collectively having nightmares about the great white ever since Jaws first hit screens. There's something sinister about the cold, empty eyes combined with the seemingly psychopathic grin of this predator. It doesn't help that great whites are also responsible for the most unprovoked attacks on humans in history. There have been 314 recorded, which is much more than the runner-up, the tiger shark. We already knew they were something to be feared, and the numbers only confirm that. There are no tricks or gimmicks here. The shark is terrifying because of what it is. If you find yourself face to face with a great white, it's time to get out of there as fast as you can. Or shove someone else towards it, and then get out of there, considering that it's likely to be able to catch you, no matter how fast you swim. 10. Tiger shark. The tiger shark is named after one of the greatest predators on land. That's why it probably comes as no surprise whatsoever that it's also pretty daunting in the sea. In recorded history, it has been responsible for 111 unprovoked attacks on humans, which is a weirdly specific number too. In other words, this is definitely one of the sharks that you want to avoid as much as possible. The good news is that you can often spot this shark pretty easily due to its distinctive markings. The bad news is that, if you're close enough to see the markings, it might already be too late. At least you will go to your doom with full knowledge of what type of shark's belly you are going to be in. Oh, and by the way, tiger sharks live wherever they please. They've been spotted near Japan, New Zealand, Mexico, the US, India, Africa, Indonesia, and so on and so forth. 11. Mako shark. You may have heard about the Mako shark from watching Deep Blue Sea, in which a supersized version devours Samuel L. Jackson more or less whole. The real thing is not quite as big, but that does not mean that they are less terrifying. They can come up to about 10 feet in length, which is still big enough to overpower you in an instant. They hunt by swimming beneath their prey, totally undetected, then shoot towards the surface and grab it up. They've even been known to throw themselves out of the water in this violent charge, which decimates the prey completely. And guess what? They are one of the deadliest species of sharks out there in terms of attacks on humans. So, if you are planning on going anywhere near water for the rest of your life, good luck on relaxing. They could be beneath you at any point. 12. Angel shark. You might not realize that you are actually looking at a shark when you first see this creature. It looks more like a ray, with a large flat body. They can grow up to nearly 4 feet long, but their unusual shape is what really makes them terrifying. Because of their flat body, they can lie in wait on the rocky ocean bed. They have a mottled camouflage which makes them fit right in with the sand, rocks, and coral of the floor. They can also even hide themselves under a thin coverage of mud or sand to help them blend in. Then, when they see something that they would like to eat, they shoot out of hiding to catch it in their jaws. When this shark comes for you, you probably won't even know that it's around until it catches hold of your leg. They may be shorter than most of our terrifying sharks, but the element of surprise changes all that. 13. Hammerhead shark. The hammerhead shark is one of the best-known species in the world, most of all, because it looks so odd. The weird shape to its face can make it look faintly ridiculous, but in the real world, it's also a reason to fear it. There is something very, very disturbing about a sea creature that you can't even look in the eye when it is facing directly towards you. It perceives things in ways that we could never hope to understand, which makes escape attempts seem futile. How do you even know if it has seen you or not? There are 10 known species of hammerhead, rather than just the one, but only 3 of them are dangerous to humans. Which is why we hope you have your hammerhead handbook with next time you come across one. Hey, there's a 70% chance you'll survive, right? Who wouldn't like those odds? 14. Basking shark. Basking sharks are scary for 2 reasons. First of all, they're huge. Second of all, they have massive mouths that they open up wide, as if they are about to suck your very soul out of your skin, or just swallow you whole. Coming up against a basking shark would not be fun at all, and you would be forgiven for having a heart attack there and then. The good news is that they can't really hurt you, aside from shoving you around a bit. They are filter feeders, which is why they open their mouths so wide all the time. They can't actually bite you, even if they wanted to. They are also known for being non-aggressive. There's not much risk of being harmed by them, no matter what happens. This is probably one of the few sharks you'd actually want to meet, even if they look terrifying at first glance. 15. Black or white tip reef shark. The reason this shark is so scary is because it looks like the kind of archetypal shark you might expect to get the munchies for your leg. They are also prominent in a lot of popular holiday destinations, where you might get into the water. The Maldives are home to them, for example, as are the seas off Australia and Costa Rica. Generally speaking, these sharks are actually quite timid, and will swim away when you approach them, unless they think you're a fish, or you have a fish that they want. They have been known to argue with spear catchers, even engaging in tugs of war over bait which have led to fishers being dragged overboard. They don't actively engage with humans, however. Going fully under the water is often enough to discourage them, as it prevents them from mistaking your feet and legs for a smaller creature.